You know, when Molly and I were dating in college, we had this brilliant idea one night to create a blanket fort in my living room in the apartment that I was staying. Like, I had this awesome idea. I was like, all right, this is what we can use, this is what we can do. And she jumped right on board, and we created it that night. So we pulled over an old busted up futon that probably should have been thrown away about a year ago. And then we pulled over our couch. We grabbed some chairs from the kitchen. We filled in any empty spots in the walls with like pillows and couch cushions and anything that we could find. You know, obviously the next step is you throw a couple blankets over the top to act as the roof, and we just dove right in. And we spent the whole night in this blanket fort, kind of reliving our childhood, talking about like some childhood stories. We talked about like the good memories, but we also talked about the bad memories, how we failed, what our imperfections were, and things that we were really insecure about. We started opening up more and more and more as the night went on, as we got more comfortable with each other and we trusted each other more. I was thinking in my mind as these things were leaving my mouth was like, oh my gosh, I hope she doesn't think that I'm weak. I hope she doesn't leave this blanket fort, go running out of the apartment, and never want to talk to me again. I hope I don't scare her off with my vulnerability. I hope I don't scare her off with my imperfections and my weaknesses. And did the exact opposite. She became more trusting, more understanding, more empathetic. She wanted to know more about my story. It was an amazing learning moment for me. Like, I was quote unquote building these blanket forts in my mind, not to invite people in, but I was doing so to keep people out. I was keeping all my emotions hidden inside because I was scared to share those with the world. I was missing the value of vulnerability. You know, perfectionism was preventing me from being truly known by anybody. Oddly enough, the cure to my perfectionism and not feeling like I was enough was opening up and telling people about my imperfections, telling people about my insecurities. Like, the most courageous thing that we can do in our lives is to be completely and utterly honest about how we're feeling, what we're thinking, and stand up and be brave in those moments. By doing that, we kind of create a safe place, a blanket fort for other people to share their insecurities, their imperfection, their feelings, and their thoughts. Vulnerability isn't a weakness. Vulnerability is an act of courage. It's an act of bravery. It's a way that we can inspire people to reach out and ask for help or build deeper connections with.